Hi everybody, more SpongeBob, and we got the fake mermaid man over here.
Looks like a burger from that angle.
Kinda. The original voice of him is Ernest Borgnine, who unfortunately passed away. I think 5 or 6 years ago. But even the original Battle for Bikini Bottom didn't get the original VA. So they got someone named Joe White instead. Joe White also voices Mr. Krabs in this, by the way. Anyway, for you, Jacob, Mermaid Man is supposed to be like, I guess, kind of a parody of, you know, like old superhero shows, because he's like this really old guy that used to play a superhero in a TV show from like 30 years ago. Except he's like actually a superhero. It's like a mix between a TV show and like an actual real thing.
It's like weird. The original Batman television series.
Yeah, like yeah, that's what I was referring to when I said that.
Okay.
I'm bad with names and drawing a blank.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, another small thing that they botched in this remake. The sliding animation in the original is a lot better. He actually leaned to left and right when you turn. Here it's just he kind of like faces left or right when you turn. It looks a lot worse. Again, a lot of small things. It's still a good remake, I want to make that clear. If this is your only way of playing Battle for Bikini Bottom, you're completely fine.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of things in this that are better than the original, so I prefer the original, but I don't know which one I would say is actually better.
You think the average SpongeBob fan, though, it's like they go to play this, they're gonna enjoy it?
Yeah, honestly, both methods are completely great ways to play the game. There isn't any bad way, unless you count the Game Boy Advance or PC versions, but those are just different games. I'm talking about the PC version of the original game, to be clear. I'm playing this on PC.
When you mentioned Game Boy Advance, I figured they didn't make a GBA version of the remake.
Yeah, so the original PC one is this weird mix between a point-and-click and minigame collection. I haven't played it myself, but I would like to one day. A little bit of a backstory on my channel. A few years ago, I made an old SpongeBob PC games video, and I do plan on making a sequel to that at some point. It's just hard because these are all old games, and getting them all to run on Windows 10 isn't easy. So, yeah. But that is one game I want to cover in that video. Oh, I really like this because Patrick gives SpongeBob the golden spatula just to take it back immediately after because you start playing as him.
That's funny.
What was the point of that?
Whenever you get your own place, Brendan, for kitchen utensils, you're gonna have a golden spatula.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way I won't. I technically kind of already have one because I have a Battle for Bikini Bottom statue.
Oh.
With SpongeBob holding a golden spatula. I don't think it would function as one.
I was gonna say, how big is it?
It's pretty small and also made of plastic, so probably
not the... You're making the tiniest green... I know, making the tiniest grilled cheese sandwich you've ever seen.
Okay, another thing I probably should have said a while ago. The music in the background, it's in stereo, which is not normal. The original soundtrack was only ever released in mono, with the exceptions of the reused music in Truth or Square. And that's for, obviously, compression reasons. There's a reason why I'm smashing that guy, by the way.
I was gonna say.
There's this glitch where if you smash him with the right timing, you can either shrink him or grow him. I wanted to grow him and make him dab off in the distance like I did in my review, but, by the way, yeah, he dabs. But I ended up shrinking him instead, so, yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
I'll get back to the music in a second. This is important.
So tiny.
This is so important, guys. Come on, do it. Do it.
Oh my gosh.
This is so important. Come on, do it.
Why?
Do it. Come on. Any second.
Oh,
yes!
There it is. Wow.
Okay, back onto the music. The original game soundtrack was only released in mono, and for this remake, they had to base the music off the mono versions. They kind of sort of remastered them and made them pseudo stereo, but it still didn't sound that great. But a little bit after this remake came out, someone under the name Sheriff the Great got in contact with the original composers of this game's soundtrack, and they released the full uncompressed stereo versions of these songs. And that would later be released in the Steam soundtrack for this game. So if you have the soundtrack on Steam, you have the original stereo soundtracks. Anyway, I'm playing with a mod that puts the stereo music back into the game. And yeah, they never made that just an official update for some reason. I don't know why.
It's weird they make the original game like mono.
It's for compression reasons. Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
That was actually pretty standard at the time. The game itself wasn't mono, it was just the music. Yeah, there's a lot of games that were released with mono music. I can't give any examples. This is honestly not a thing I pay attention to.
Yeah.
I only know about this much because I thought the story for the stereo soundtracks being released finally was interesting.
I just figure around this era, you think that stereo would have been a standard.
I mean, most games had it, but yeah, there's a lot. I think it was mostly multi-plat games because they had to be mindful of the restrictions for each console. GameCube.
Yeah.
And I guess like they didn't want to go through the extra effort of like really taking advantage of the extra space on other consoles with... That's my guess. Keep in mind, this is a licensed game meant for children.
Right.
Released in 2003.
Just gonna say.
Honestly, it's shocking it's as good as it is. I probably should talk about the developers for a second.
Yeah.
Heavy Iron made the original game. They would also make other games like Ratatouille, Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights. Other games that are generally seen as good, but almost everyone agrees Battle for Bikini Bottom is their best game. And Purple Lamp would make the remake. And they're currently making the sequel, Cosmic Shake. And I have issues with this remake, but almost all of them come from the fact that it just didn't get the time it needed. I think the remake was done in under a year, and Purple Lamp is a pretty small studio, so yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I have nothing against the talent. The talent is wonderful, it's just they weren't given enough time.
It's usually the case with developers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's amazing how polished it came out, actually.
Yeah, they had so little time to make this. Like, to give you an idea, when this game was originally announced, the reason they didn't show any gameplay is because they didn't even start development yet. And when they finally did show it off, it was only in development for, I think, 2 months.
Oof.
Yeah.
I like his walking animation, by the way. It's kind of tiptoes.
Yeah, another mechanic there. That's freezy fruit. Throw it in water and it freezes all of it. It's a cool mechanic, but there's a certain sock that's kind of annoying to get in this game that we'll get at the end of the level.
Gotcha.
Way easier to get in the original. I'll talk about that then. Anyway, I was very confused with how this worked when I first played this remake, because in the original, if you did the slam in the air at all, you would stun the robots, but here you specifically have to do the double jump and then slam to make your slam more powerful. And yeah, in my review, I pointed out how it seemed inconsistent to me, because like sometimes I could stun them, other times I couldn't. I just didn't know that was a new mechanic.
Yes.
The delivery of that, yes, it's always seemed really weird to me.
I hear that you can find him up top of Old Sport Go hook that beast.
Patrick's delivery always is weird.
I mean, like, his yes just sounded, like, really, I don't know, formal? I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah.
Or this is the tartar. It's a robot that shoots tartar sauce as a projectile. I really like this because tartar sauce is, like, in-universe swear. Also, they're spoiling what the third playable character is. A squirrel? Who's next then?
I know.
Oh man, I had no idea. Couldn't possibly be the main character that's in the show a lot.
I'm trying to think. I don't think there was any other squirrel characters at the time. The newer seasons, they have like Huey, Dewey, and Louie type characters. For Sandy, I don't know their names. I don't like new SpongeBob, if I'm being honest. I am what the modern SpongeBob fans call a sponge boomer.
Sponge boomer.
Yeah.
Didn't they stop making SpongeBob episodes?
No, it's still going
Oh, they're
strong.
still making it? Oh.
Yeah, it's season 13 right now.
Okay.
A fourth movie is on the way. There are 2 spin-offs already out. I think 2 spin-off movies currently being developed, so there's actually more SpongeBob being made right now than ever.
I was gonna say. Dang, alright, well, never mind.
Yeah.
That's how ill-informed I am.
Yeah. A lot of people like the new episodes. I don't. I hate how overly animated they are. I feel like it gets tiring to watch. Like, oh, I know there's the argument, like, oh, how dare a cartoon show be cartoony? There's like a balance, guys. Like, I like when SpongeBob characters pull off wacky expressions, but if you do that for like every scene multiple times, it gets really tiring.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into too much of a I don't want to get into too much of a modern SpongeBob rant, but yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't think it's terrible. Just it's really not my thing. But the first 3 seasons, oh my god, I can't get enough.
For some reason,
what was blocking it?
Honestly, there are so many things I just never question about this game. I played it I played it as an infant, and that's one of those things. I don't know.
Okay. I know. I like how they all at once do, like drain the
it.
water. You do all 5, and then they all drain. Yeah,
Why
whatever.
doesn't Mrs. Puff even care about that island being covered in robots?
Yeah. It's a video game.
Why do you care, Puff Mama? This game calls her Puff Mama at one point. It's a reference to one of the episodes where she's arrested. Yes, one of the episodes.
You're like making all these like sly references, and we're just like, what? Like, it's like completely under the radar.
Puff Mama. Just caught me off guard. I didn't remember that.
So I had nothing to remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say, of course. I really love how you just hit random fish.
Gosh.
So we saw one of these earlier. Okay, another small thing. Those things just abruptly disappear. In the original game, they disappear in a puff of bubbles. Here, they just have no animation at all. I'm gonna point out everything like that.
I was gonna say.
Anyway, there's a few socks that can't get. Right now, we saw a bowling pin one earlier, and that one requires the cruise missile, which I'll get much later in this.
You should have honestly worked for the QA department, man, for this game. You would have pointed out every little thing.
Honestly, I'm positive they had more competent people on board for that, because Shift, the world record holder for this game, was there.
Okay.
He was there giving Purple Lamp advice and stuff. And
Gotcha. That's good.
I would assume he did a good job. He probably knows the game a lot better than I do. I don't even know what a cruise boost is. I mean, I do. I have no idea how to do it. You guys, like, I need to show you guys a clip of the Battle for Bikini Bottom speedrun, because, like, cruise boosting is insane. It's like, it's about as sane as a backwards long jump, except you can literally do it anywhere, so probably even more crazy.
I think I've seen footage of it actually online. People doing some crazy shortcuts or whatever.
I showed a brief clip of it in my Rehydrated video, so you might remember from that.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
Yeah, it's this technique where you use this ability you get later called the cruise missile. You shoot it at a wall, like right next to it, and with specific timing and something about that causes SpongeBob to go backwards at a really fast rate. And again, I don't know the specifics. I think part of it is you have to bowl. I don't know.
Can you do it in this version?
No. Purple Lamp actually sounded open to putting it in, but I guess they didn't because that would require a lot of effort and time, and they just didn't have that time.
Okay.
Feel like a new sponge.
That would have been cool though. But yeah, the original is still the version you need to play if you want to speedrun.
It's probably one of those things where it's like they could have spent time and resources to put it in, but when you're already kind of on a time crunch to take it out, it's like you want to focus on other things.
It would have appeased such a tiny crowd too.
Right.
Like I am really into this game, but even I wouldn't ever do it because I don't know how to do it and I don't care enough to learn. Like, I love this game, but I don't want to do that. Like, I would be impressed. Like, wow, that's cool, but that's probably the most, the biggest reaction I would give.
Right. You wouldn't refund your copy? Why can't I do this very niche mechanic in this game?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I cried.
Jeez. There are a lot of very specific things, Brendan, that'll make you cry.
Honestly, it's not hard to make me cry. Again, the Cosmic Shrek trailer got a tear out of me, so yeah.
I like that wall jump.
The animation looks a lot jankier than the original.
I know.
Just slaps himself against the wall.
This would be one of my favorite wall jumps.
Why? No.
Best thing to edit in this easily.
It reminds me of the Noid game we played.
I kind of I'm honestly, part of me is like tempted to put the dabbing fish in every thumbnail.
Like just somewhere hidden, like if it's tiny, like in the corner.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Ellis Mark does that with Brian Griffin in almost all of his thumbnails.
Really?
I might, looking like half his thumbnails for the past year has had Brian Griffin somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, fun little detail. If you look at his shower curtain, he has a peanut butter pattern, and that might seem incredibly random. But that's a leftover from an earlier version of the game. Yeah, see, peanut butter. I'm sorry, C-nut butter. Anyway, earlier versions of this game had SpongeBob getting peanut butter from him instead of ointment. So that's just a leftover from that. Honestly, again, that's one of those things I never questioned because I played this game as a kid and I thought, oh yeah, of course he has peanut butter curtains. Yeah, don't you?
I mean, if I came over and like had to use your bathroom and I saw that, I'd be like, Brendan, what is this? Why is there?
I kind of want to. Like, okay, if I ever have a friend visit and they go to my bathroom and see like the peanut butter jars, the peanut butter curtains from Battle of Bikini Bottom, and they recognize it, that's how I know I just found my best friend.
Yeah. I'd just be very confused.
So this is supposedly King Jellyfish, yet there he is giving birth live on screen. Explain yourself, Heavy Iron.
This game is not appropriate for children. There's live birth.
Male birth, too. I love this animation because he just looks annoyed.
I just wanted to take my shower, okay?
He really does.
I didn't even point this out, but in the cutscene where SpongeBob invades his shower time, he's actually singing the theme song to the level. I love that detail so much.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
Did I just rob him?
Yes.
Yes.
You couldn't just let the man live in peace.
Nope. Okay, so I don't show off here because I'm too good and I don't die. But if you happen to fall down here, you'll see another, probably the biggest example actually of this game being way less polished than the original. In the original game, if you fell out of bounds, Hans, the realistic hand from the intro and Suds episode, will come in to save SpongeBob and put him back on, the last bit of safe ground. He does that here still, but he freaks out really hard. Like, he'll jitter back and forth. He'll, like, abruptly disappear. It's gross. I hate it. They ruined Hans completely. He's just broken in this. He shouldn't have been in at all. Like, if you're gonna have Hans in, like, a beautiful man of a hand like Hans, you need to do him justice.
Yeah, like...
Also, I have no idea why Larry's here. He does nothing. I'm genuinely confused.
Just says that one line, and that's it.
I think he might tell you about the golden spatula I just got. I'm not sure. I haven't missed that golden spatula in years.
He's weird.
Anything for my best friend Squidward.
I wanna rub it on.
No.
I wanna like Squeeze it into its pores.
Okay.
Alright, so this is a thing I do not like about this remake. Technically, it is fixing a little bit of broken design from the original. But that broken design made the game better. So, basically, at the very beginning of the level, there is a freezy fruit. And there is a sock above the water. The game wants you to take Patrick over there to get the sock with the freezy fruit. So you have to do a lot of backtracking, and it's annoying. In the original game, you can just jump off of one of those bouncy... I have no idea what those things are now that I think about it. But yeah, in the original game, you can just jump off of one of those and get the sock that way. You'll die, but whatever. There's no lives in this game, it's fine. So you can just completely skip this annoying part, but in Rehydrated, they move the sock further back, so... Yeah, now you have to do this annoying part. Why is Patrick still ice skating?
I don't know.
What? Okay, I didn't notice that.
I'm waiting for SpongeBob. I can't believe I just said that.
Waiting for
I
SpongeBob.
love how I can give him the pelvic thrust of death. Anyway, part over.
I think
Next
it's
part,
a Crazy Taxi.
Yep, it is. Oh my god, a Crazy Taxi SpongeBob.
Interesting crossover.
I want that. Anyway, the next part, Downtown Bikini Bottom. See you then. Bye.
See ya.